5 things you missed in MK Dons 1 Arsenal 4. That is right, lads, the 2020-21 season is finally here. In the game, of course, Arsenal did beat MK Dons 4-1, and let's just say it was a pretty decent performance. So from the debut of William Saliba, to Ainsley Maitland now starting, to even Mikel Arteta's tactics, let's just say there are a lot of things to talk about. So with that being said, guys, welcome back to your boys channel, and let's discuss 5 things that you missed in Arsenal 4 MK Dons 1. Here we go. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Bavs14 and welcome back to your boys channel. As always, before we get into the video itself, I should have gone down there, drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are closing into 21,000. It's mad, it's insane. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the game itself. What do you think happened and what are your thoughts? Follow my social media and subscribe to the Offsiders. The links are in the description below. But with that being said, guys, let's get into this and let's put the transfers to a side for a second and let's discuss Arsenal 4 MK Dons 1. Here we go. The first thing that we are going to discuss is William Saliba, because the wait for Arsenal fans has finally come to an end. A year after signing Saliba from Saint Etienne, having loaned him back for a year, Arsenal fans finally saw William Saliba play in the Arsenal shirt, and let's just say he had a pretty decent performance. Now yes, there are a few Arsenal fans, including your boy, that have kind of overhyped his performance, but overall it was a very solid debut for Saliba in the Arsenal kit. And after all, with the pressure on the kid, the guy's 19 years of age, he's younger than your boy, and so with all that pressure, all the Arsenals watching him very closely, and also is the Mbappe of centre backs, is he worth the hype? But let's just say man like Saliba lived up to expectations, because in terms of what we saw was a Saliba that was very composed on the ball. Of course, William Saliba did start on the right side of a back three. When he got the ball, he was always looking to get that ball forwards, driving with the ball himself, and it goes to show this guy is a very good dribbler out of the back, and that of course is very key in terms of Mikel Arteta's football. And with us playing a high level pressing side at Liverpool on Saturday, that is going to be very useful, trust me on that. And also in terms of Saliba, yes, he is great going forwards, but defensively, did he live up to the test? And to be honest, I think he did. I don't think he put a single foot wrong, and he just looked like a very solid defender. And we even saw a glimpse of his speed as he made a fantastic recovery, sprinting back and sliding in to take it out corner, and overall was a pretty solid performance from William Saliba. And overall, what I like about Saliba is the fact that this guy just has this presence about him. When he gets that ball, you know he's going to try something, you know he's going to be positive on that ball. I can go as far as saying he's probably better than all of our current centre backs at the club when it comes to playing on that ball. But then of course you have man like Gabriel Magalhaes, but unfortunately at the time of recording, that guy's not quite an Arsenal player just yet. But yeah, in terms of the performance of William Saliba, what do we learn? This guy is a very composed player, fantastic at playing at the back, has very good dribbling for a centre back, and overall is a rock solid defender who does not get caught out. Was it world class? No, it wasn't. Should Van Dijk be scared? No. But at the same time, it was a very solid first performance from man like Willow, man like Saliba, the Mbappe of centre backs. So of course Arsenal fans are going to overhype it. That is what we are world class at, as well as tracking players, tracking trees and tracking planes. Now the question really is he going to start against Liverpool? And you know what, I think the fact they started in the first half and was subbed off for half time tells me I think Arteta is going to start him. Let's see how he reacts to playing up against top class attackers like Salah and Mane and Firmino. Is he worth the hype, and does he have the ability to cope with world class attackers? But in terms of MK Dons, the man had them on ropes and on lockdown, but alas, it is still MK Dons. But in terms of William Saliba's debut, really promising, very good in the ball, and a good start to what may be a very special Arsenal career. Lads, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on William Saliba's Arsenal debut. Are you impressed, and should he start against Liverpool? Let me know your thoughts. Moving on, lads, to Ainsley Maitland, and is he staying? Now where do I start on this? Ainsley Maitland is a player who is apparently set to move to Wolves in advanced negotiations and is going to leave Arsenal, and then he hits us with an RKR out of nowhere as we see him starting in this pre-season friendly, and that just doesn't make any sense to me. If the player is close to leaving Arsenal, why would Arteta still be using this guy and relying upon him? Surely if he was actually leaving, Arteta would just start a youngster or something like that, but that wasn't the case. We did see Maitland start as a left wing back in a very similar role to what we saw him in the FA Cup final. And so is this an indication from Arsenal and Arteta that they want to keep Ainsley Ainsley Maitland-Niles, because then you have even more interesting news, because we didn't see any of Hector Bellerin. Now you could just say Arteta is simply giving him a bit more time off, but when you have reports coming up from the reliable RMC claiming that Arsenal have offered Bellerin to Paris Saint-Germain, I think there might be something in this. I think in terms of Ainsley Maitland-Niles, what you're getting is a far more dynamic option than Hector Bellerin. Yes, Hector Bellerin can be a top class right back on his day, but when do those days ever come nowadays? But in terms of Maitland-Niles, as you saw today, he can play left wing back, he can play right wing back, he can play in midfield, right wing, left wing. He's a very versatile player and a very useful player to have in the Arsenal squad. Maybe Arsenal made a choice where they're going to keep Maitland-Niles and let go of Hector Bellerin instead. So lads, I am going to throw to you guys in the comments below. Who would you rather keep at Arsenal, Ainsley Maitland-Niles or Hector Bellerin? Let me know your thoughts. Who's the better player and who is going to stay at Arsenal Football Club? Moving on lads to the third thing, and that is faith in Eddie. That is because man like Eddie Nketiah once again started today, and there was absolutely no sign of man like Alexandre Lacazette, because not only was he not on the first team, not in the starting 11, he wasn't even in the squad. Now as I said before, in the case of Bellerin, maybe Arteta is just giving this guy a bit more extra time off, but when you have your captain Aubameyang, Xhaka and Holding and all these players in the squad, I don't know what's happening here. And then you've even had reports on top of that, with the reports coming out of Spain that Atletico Madrid are pressing towards Alexandre Lacazette and they want to bring him to Spain. And that becomes a very interesting topic, because while they're trying to force feed us Thomas Lemar, we're not having that. They do have a certain Ghanaian baller who I would most certainly love at the mighty Arsenal. And yes, we are talking about Thomas Partey. And so the question already is, should Arsenal look to make a swap deal of Lacazette going to Atletico and Arsenal getting the services of Thomas Partey? Now of course, as I reported before in my transfer videos, Arsenal are trying to activate his release clause but don't have the money right now. But could we be onto something here? With Atletico wanting Lacazette and Arsenal wanting Partey, it just makes a lot of sense for both sides. And also in terms of Eddie Nketiah, not only did he score today, but I do believe Arteta has a lot of faith in the young English striker. But the question is, do you guys believe in him? First things first, would you be happy with a Lacazette Partey swap deal? Is that something you would like to entertain? And if Lacazette is to leave the Arsenal, who replaces him? Should Arsenal go out there and sign a player? Or do you trust man like Eddie Nketiah? Lads, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on to the fourth thing, and that is Emile Smith-Rowe key player. As DJ Khaled would say, we're talking major keys here, because in terms of Emile Smith-Rowe, we finally got to see him again, once again in the Arsenal shirt, having come on at half time. And what we saw Smith-Rowe get used in a lot of different roles, having started off as the left winger, he then moved to the right winger, and then moved into a central attacking midfield role. And so what that confirmed to me is that Mikel Arteta definitely sees Emile Smith-Rowe as a very key player for him. And I also believe he really does suit the system, because despite seeing a back three today, once Arteta gets all the players he wants, we are going to transition into that 4-3-3 system. And so then when you have a very versatile attacker like Emile Smith-Rowe, I do believe in this season we are going to see a lot of Smith-Rowe playing in different positions and being a very key player and a very useful player for Mikel Arteta. Because not only is Emile Smith-Rowe a very creative player, not only does he look like Kevin De Bruyne, he also has very similar playing traits to a man like Kevin De Bruyne. I know I joke about it, but we might just have the Brexit KDB here. But lads, the question now really is, what are your thoughts on Emile Smith-Rowe? How useful do you think he is, and do you believe he can be an Arsenal first teamer going into the season? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And on to the final thing lads, and that is Joe Willock as a right back. I don't even know at this point, because in terms of Joe Willock, this guy actually came on at half time and I was surprised to see where he was playing, because he started off as a right wing back, and I thought maybe that was just at the start, it was some sort of like tactic or whatever it is, but no, he stayed in that position for the entirety of the second half. Now of course this could just be Arteta giving the guy minutes, and maybe I'm looking too much into it, but maybe it's something else. But maybe Arteta sees something else in this guy, and are we on to some sort of conspiracy theory here? Because if the reports are true and Arsenal are looking to sell Maitland-Niles and Hector Bellerin, we're only going to be left with man like Sergio Suarez, and listen, Sergio's a good player, but he ain't on the level we need. And so with Joe Willock playing the entirety of the second half as a right back or right wing back, does that mean we're going to see Joe Willock play more as that role? Because yeah, Bellerin might not be in the squad, but surely if Arteta wanted to play right back, I'm sure there was plenty of youngsters that he could have used there and given them minutes. But instead he did choose to play the midfielder and attacking midfielder and Joe Willock as a right back. In terms of myself personally, do I see potential of him in that role? I don't know, I don't think so personally, but then again, if my manager does, that is the guy who I believe in. And the question has to be asked, is Joe Willock going to be a right back in the future? In terms of the physicality and the athletic ability, he most certainly has that. He's also a very decent ball winner as well, but is this me looking too much into it, or does he have a future at right back? back. Lads, I'm going to throw it to you guys in the comments below. What are your thoughts on Joe Willock, and does he have a future as a potential right back? Lads, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But there you go, lads. Arsenal 4, MK Dons 1. Let's not get too overexcited. These are a lower league side, but at the same time, Liverpool, we're coming for you. But all that being said, guys, I am going to end the video there. Of course, as always, if you have enjoyed the video so much, go down there, drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you're new. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the questions I've asked you guys and your thoughts on the game. Follow my social media and subscribe to the Offsiders. The links are in the description below. But with that being said, guys, we are going to end the video there. In the video today, lads, we discussed the likes of Emile now's Nketiah and man like William Saliba. But now it's on to Liverpool. Community Shield, here we come. I'll see you guys next time in a bit.